My name is Elfreda Vaughan, and welcome to this Being in the Present Moment meditation. Before we begin, please ensure that you are sitting comfortably in a chair, preferably with your back straight, feet flat on the floor, knees at right angles, and hands resting in your lap. If this is not comfortable, find a position that is comfortable, but that gives you the permission to be aware, as upright as you can be, so that you can be present. If you are choosing to do this meditation lying down, please ensure that you bring your full attention to the meditation, perhaps keeping your eyes open if you need to stay present. We'll begin this meditation with a bell and end with a bell, and during the meditation there will be periods of silence. So with your eyes closed or your gaze lowered towards the floor, we'll begin. Take a moment to become aware of yourself as you sit in your seat, noticing the position of your body, any feelings or sensations that you may be aware of. If you find any sensation particularly draws your attention, just recognize that without getting caught up in focusing on it, especially if any of the sensations are unpleasant. If you find that exploring or being present with your body is difficult, that is okay. Simply become aware of your physical weight sitting in your seat, without exploring what it is that you notice within yourself. Bring attention to the space that you are in, your awareness of any sounds around you, your awareness of the temperature of the room you are in, or the feeling of your clothing or your footwear. Bring awareness to any thoughts you may have. Has your mind been wandering? Perhaps it is caught up in moments from the past, things that have happened before you arrived for this meditation. Or maybe your mind is racing to the future of things that have yet to happen. Or it may be that you find you are judging this moment. And if you are, just notice that. We're not trying to change anything in this meditation. We're simply trying to be with what is. Bring your awareness and your attention now to your breath. See if you can notice the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and breathe out. Notice the movement of your belly in and out as you breathe. And now bring awareness to your breath at the tip of your nose. Noticing the sensation of the breath as it enters the body, fills the lungs, and then as it leaves the body at the nostrils again. Notice the temperature of your breath. Notice how fast or slow it is. Remember that the breath is your anchor. If your mind wanders or you become distracted, you can return to your breath at any point and begin again. If noticing your breath is uncomfortable or difficult for you, then you may choose to bring awareness to the weight of your body as you sit in your seat, perhaps noticing your chair rising to meet you and support you, or the weight of your hands resting in your lap. Or if you wish, you can turn your awareness to the sounds that you hear. paying attention to a sound without listening to it or telling a story about what it is or labeling it in any way, but simply allowing the sound to wash over you, to come and go, noticing the spaces between the sounds, and simply being present with what is. So in a few moments we'll sit in silence with our experience of the present moment, simply noticing whatever draws our attention or whatever arises, and then coming back to whichever anchor you've chosen, the breath or the body or a sound, once you've recognized these distractions. So if it is a sound that you hear, simply acknowledge that sound and then come back to your anchor. If it is a thought that pulls your attention, with kindness and gentleness, acknowledge the thought and then bring yourself back to your anchor. The process of mindfulness is not trying to cause our mind to be still or quiet or to push anything away. It is opening ourselves up to what is here, what is arising for you in this moment, and asking yourself, can you be with it as it is? And once you accept it, then bringing yourself back to paying attention to the anchor you've chosen. So we'll do this in silence now for a few moments. So we'll continue to observe our awareness of the present moment without resistance. When we come to the end of this practice, you will hear the bell and we'll end the practice, and you may open your eyes. It's All Right by William Stafford. Someone you trusted has treated you bad. Someone has used you to vent their ill temper. Did you expect anything different? Your work, better than some others, has languished, neglected, or a job you tried was too hard and you failed. Maybe weather or bad luck spoiled what you did. That grudge held against you for years after you patched up has flared, and you've lost a friend for a time. Things at home aren't so good. On the job your spirits have sunk. But just when the worst bears down, you find a pretty bubble in your soup at noon. And outside at work a bird says hi. Slowly the sun creeps along the floor. It is coming your way. It touches your shoe. Someone you trusted has treated you bad. Someone has used you to vent their ill temper. Did you expect anything different? Your work, better than some others, has languished, neglected. Or a job you tried was too hard and you failed. Maybe weather or bad luck spoiled what you did. That grudge held against you for years after you patched up has flared, and you've lost a friend for a time. Things at home aren't so good. On the job, your spirits have sunk. But just when the worst bears down, you find a pretty bubble in your soup at noon, and outside at work a bird says hi. Slowly the sun creeps along the floor. It is coming your way. It touches your shoe. Thank you for joining me in this being in the present moment meditation. I hope you'll join me in other meditations again in future. If you want to find out more about me, you can find out more on my website, www.metta-morphics.com, and I would be very grateful if you would subscribe to my channel.